Hello, Lisa Richard here with Loving Energy Recharge, coming in a day early to do the energetic forecast reading. This is going to be for the Friday, April the 2nd, all the way until April the 10th, next Saturday. We have a very special weekend. We are on the Easter weekend right now. Now, for a lot of you who are traditional, religious-based, and this reading is not to enhance or to share any specific religious practice. This is purely just to speak about energy, but there is a lot of significance to this weekend, both the Friday and the Monday. So for all of those who are honoring their practice, I absolutely applaud you. I support you. I am for every belief system. I am not here to judge. I love to keep an open mind. I love to learn about new things. And I really encourage all of us to, take some time to really get to understand the different traditions out there, to get to understand your neighbors, different cultures, different societies, because we all have so much to offer. We have so much to share. And when we allow ourselves to have an open mind, then we can really enrich our life experiences to go beyond perhaps some of the old suppressions of energies, of old stories that may not be as relevant in today's time, and to look past some of our ancestral patterns. Again, I'm not here to say something is right or wrong. I'm looking at things at purely an energetic level. I am reaching out to ask the guides, source, God, the creator, whatever it is for you, for a message to best support those who are watching this video today, for those that are watching the video in the future, to get a sense of how do we best use this energy. So I look at it in terms of, it's a season. We just came into the month of spring. There's still that energy there of letting go all of that stuff that accumulated over the winter. We had a hard winter. We were going through this period of COVID. We were indoors a lot more, isolated a lot more. That energetic aura that we have gets full of energetic gunk. It gets full of other people's emotions, fear stories, stagnant air. There's just this heaviness, this cloud of darkness that is weighing on a lot of us. Now, as we are merging into spring, and there's that beautiful opportunity now to come out of the darkness, to come out of the ground, to come up and breathe that fresh air, to start to allow that positivity, that light, the nutrients out there to clear your aura, to shed away some of that stagnant energy. It is just like doing a spring cleaning, but instead of your interior house, you are looking at yourself and you're looking at your own energetic field. So right now, a lot of you may be feeling quite tired. You might be feeling very down, very lethargic. We forget to look at things at an energetic level. So ask yourself, am I getting some fresh air? Am I getting some movement? Am I changing up my routine? Am I changing my perspective? Am I watching those thoughts, that mindset? This mind, those thoughts, they are so powerful. And we forget that we are magnets. We forget that whatever we're thinking about goes out into the universe and attracts back to us those experiences. So the universe doesn't judge for us if it's good or bad. They just hear that you want more of that experience. You want to become more aware of it. You want to become more involved in it. It is not here to choose our path for us. We all have that free will choice. So if you want to start feeling a little bit lighter, if you want to start connecting with that joy, that happiness, those things that really fill you up, it's time to pay attention to the body, to the language that is within you. We all have this incredible intuition. We come into the world with it fully strong. And then over time, we lose it. We start to get shaped by societies, by cultures, by the environment, by other people's perspectives, all of those different things that start to make us doubt what the body wants to say. and gets us stuck up here, stuck up in the mind who tries to run the show. Now, I know this all too well. My mind has run my life for so many years, and it is a daily occurrence where you are pushing back with the heart, with the body, with the energy to really get clear on what is it that I need in this moment? What is it that I want to attract? Does this align with my soul? Does it align with my character? Is this going to lead me towards things that are going to lift me up and serve a higher good, serve a collective? We forget that when we feed our energetic field, whether that's positive or negative, again, society, the world, all of that stuff comes in here and collects. So the more that we can push back with our own energy, our own protective barriers, the more we're sending that out into the world to help change that on a world level, on a greater energetic level. So if you want to be that ripple effect, if you want to be a force for change, it starts here. It starts from within. It starts from you taking care of yourself. So we are looking at doing a spring cleaning for this weekend, this beautiful Easter weekend, and the days following it, to really have that sense of clearing away all the negative energy, emerging from that darkness, and having that glorious rebirth, that resurrection, whatever you want to call it. Again, we're looking at things in terms of energy and how to best utilize this week's energy for the highest good. So I am shuffling through the cards. I'm still using these beautiful Psychic Tarot cards by John Holland. I absolutely love this deck. The more that I am with it, the more that I'm really connecting with the cards themselves, the energy, the messages. And I'm pulling a card for each one of our 7 major chakras. So I've pulled already for the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat. I'm looking for a couple more, and then we're going to get started in this reading. Stay tuned. And just taking the time to breathe through in this energy. Sometimes we try so hard to rush. And just like those plants, they emerge from the ground, they pause. They pause in that beautiful sunlight, and they just absorb the energy. They just fill themselves up so completely before they grow any further, before they take a direction. So as we're pulling cards for the third eye that just came out and the last one for the crown, it feels like just that. We are pulling the energy up through the chakras, and then we are pausing. We are pausing to really get clear, to really get strong, and then the messages come out. So we have our 7 cards. I'm going to go ahead and show you the bottom of the deck. I like to say that the bottom of the deck gives us the energy for the overall reading. So here we have a beautiful card. This is intuition. Now, what a fitting message for this reading. We're talking about paying attention to the body, paying attention to yourself, your energy, trusting that there are things that you are carrying, things that you need to let go, things that you need to shed away. So your body is fantastic of telling you when things just don't feel right. But we often ignore that. We get caught up on our minds. We tell ourselves that it's nothing. We push those emotions down. We shake it off. We push through. We ignore it. So the energy is here to say, trust your intuition. Come back home to you, trust in that body, trust that you have all the ability inside to heal, all the ability to shift, and you know what you need to do that clearing, to change the mindset, to support your actions, to move forward into this beautiful season of spring with new growth, with clear direction, with all that abundance that is out there in the world for you. So what a beautiful card to start off this reading. Let's dive in now and take a look at each one of those 7 chakras. So we're starting down in the root center. That is at the base of our spine. That is our center of safety, security, really having a strong foundation. We've pulled in 2 cards down in that center. Now this is a partnership. This is co-creation with the human and your higher self. Everything is a relationship. We all have that free will choice. So what can we do to really take a look in that energy to help us become unstuck and move towards really trusting in that intuition, really trusting in that body, and allowing that energy to come up the rest of the way to connect with that higher power up through the crown. So I'm going to show them to you here one at a time. Our first one is coming to us in protection. Now we have the red of the root center. We also have the red that symbolizes the physical plane. So this is the earth plane. This is money. This is career. These are all those things that you need to feel supported. Now we are in a little bit of a reversal. This says positive movement forward, but there's a tendency right now that a lot of us feel stuck. We're stuck here in the waters. We're stuck in the emotions that are kind of feeding down and pushing down from that sacral center. But there is this desire to see beyond that. Rise above that emotional chaos, rise above the storm. Remind yourself that there are better days ahead. Remind yourself how positivity can shift your mood. When we tend to focus on all the doom and gloom and the negative, that is the suppression. That keeps you heavy. That keeps you buried in the ground. We want to start emerging forward. We want to come out of that. So allow yourself to set that strong, strong foundation this week by truly actively changing your negative energy to the positive energy. And what I mean by that is paying attention to your thoughts. Paying attention to what your mind is saying, paying attention to what your eyes are seeing. Are they just looking for the critical, or are you noticing the beauty out in the world? So a lot of us, we like to watch the news, we're on social media. There's a lot of drama out there. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of things that just feel heavy. Detach yourself from that chaos, detach yourself from that energy, rise above it. Set your sights on those things that are going to support your highest good, and then set sail for that. Make that your alignment, make that your course of action, and then start changing the energy by projecting those positive movements forward. We're going to take a look at the other card down in that center, and here we have shadow. Now, shadow really causes us to take a look at all of those things in our life that may not be doing us a service. So here we have both sides. We have the light of the sun, we have the darkness of the moon. We are both. Things are in shadow, things are in light. We have a masculine and a feminine. We have the yin and the yang. Energy has to come into balance. So when we pull those things up from the earth, when we pull those things up from the root essence of who we are, we bring them up into the light to examine them, to look at the energies, to see if they are serving us, or just like that spring cleaning, do things need to go? Do things need to fall away in the light of a new day? So here's a beautiful opportunity in this energy to do that spring cleaning. Do the energetic spring cleaning on yourself. Bring yourself into that alignment. Bring yourself into that clarity. Let things go. This is the time to deal with them, to use that beautiful intuition to know for yourself what is right, what is wrong, what do I need to do to change? And then trust in yourself that you can be in full alignment, that you have all the ability to line up those chakras, line up that energy, and do a really thorough spring cleaning so that this can flip upside right. And you can truly be moving and sailing off into that sunset towards your dreams and that positive future. So let us move up now into that sacral center. That sacral center is just below the belly button. That is where a lot of that emotional energy is. So let's take a look in there to see, what do we need to know? What do we need to clear in this week ahead at this time? So here we have that triumphant card. This is victory and success. So you think of that in terms of that emotional energy, the guides, the angels, God, source, whatever that is to you, is asking you to focus on your achievements. Start focusing and celebrating on all those things that are going right. Forget about the doom and gloom. Forget about the shadows. Forget about the darkness. Start projecting into the light. Start acknowledging all those things that you like about somebody, all those things that are working well, all the beauty that is out in the world, everything that is out there supporting, everything that you are contributing. Start proclaiming that loud and strong so it feeds into that auric field. It pushes out into the world and it starts to spread like that ripple effect. So let's all use our energy this week to really proclaim that rebirth, that resurrection, that clearing of ourselves, that support and commitment to all. It's the herald of a brand new day. So we're moving up now into the solar plex. That is the energy center right above the belly button. That is that center of fire, of willpower, of all those things that you need to support yourself in bringing this energy into momentum and committing to this energy and really allowing yourself to shine. This is the energy from within. So in that center, we have another card in protection. You're gonna notice the beautiful yellow there of that center. It is just radiating. Now this is telling us that, you know what, there is a lot of wisdom to be found within. There's also a lot of wisdom to be found in others. Many people are out there to help inspire, to encourage, to lead, to educate. We are so lucky that we have the ability to search and find those individuals that are really going to lift us up. We're not meant to do these journeys by ourselves. We are not meant to have these spiritual awakenings by ourselves. We are meant to learn from others that have walked this path before us, that can guide us, that can help us on that journey, knowing that there's going to be those times where we need that support. It's also speaking about coming together in community, in unities, in being open to learning. The wisdom is not in getting stuck in those old patterns and doing the same old, but in being open. What else is there? What else can I learn? What can I discover about somebody else's belief systems, somebody else's practices, cultures? What if I take a look at some of the things that I've been doing and questioning them? Question them, do they fit into my life? Do they fit into my character of self? Does it align with my value system? Is this the truth that I know to be true for me? Again, trusting in your body, trusting in the intuition within to know whether something is right or wrong for you. But allow yourself to reach out and allow yourself to get the support from others that have already started to lead the way. Now we're going up into that beautiful heart center. That heart center is all about love. It is all about healing. We bring all of that energy up into the heart to free it, to transfuse and acknowledge all of those emotions that we have, but then to surround it in love so that when we project it out into the world, it can be created into something beautiful. Now, all we have to do is use that beautiful breath to take in that big inhale, to pull in that love from the universe, to pull in that love from Mother Earth, and then exhale to let that stuff go. So in the center, we have this beautiful card. This is in protection and it says obstacles and challenges. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but the foot is right on the dove. And what this is saying is take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith and start coming home to you. Take a leap of faith and start trusting in your body, in yourself, in your abilities. Start trusting in your intuition. Listen to the body language, the soul language, all of those things that it's telling you for which direction to go, what choices to make, what things align with yourself. So have a leap of faith. This is a new start, a resurrection, a rebirth. Make the most of it. Trust when you are ready, and then go for it. Go for it and have faith in yourself. We're moving up now to that throat center. The throat is all about that area of communication. It's that area of manifestation. So bringing things into movement, into fruition. Here we have one card, again, it's in protection. This is moving on. So the guides are coming in to remind you that when you are ready to let that past fall away, and this is coming into protection because they will take that from you. If you have the courage to just let it go, to let go of that negativity, to turn back towards yourself, to turn back towards the light, the joy, the positivity, the love, the beauty out in the world, to move on from where you have been towards something that will serve your highest good, then and only then are you really going to open up that ability to manifest all of those things that are going to allow your heart to just open, allow your spirit to soar, allow your energy to rise in vibration, and allow yourself to be transformed into that beautiful flower that is emerging from the earth and is blossoming, is growing, blossoming out there for others to see. So the more, again, that we can feed our energy, we can radiate, we can be in our joy, the more other people are going to notice that. And that's the beauty of that communication center, that throat center, that vibration, is other people notice, other people pay attention, and they can feed off of some of that. You may just be the one to help uplift another, to have someone else switch their mind around and want to start fighting for them. You might be the voice that encourages somebody to have that leap of faith, to have that trust in themselves. You may be that person that is acting as that guide for another, being wise, helping them to reshape their thinking, to discover more things, to be open, to learn, to help them figure out an action step, a solution to their problem, because there is a solution to every problem. We all need to be the ones that shout that from the mountaintops. We get that message out there that there is always a way. This is not the end. It is not all doom and gloom. There's so much out there to celebrate. I feel like I'm going backwards in time a little bit, jumping back down to that root center. Again, the guides want to remind us that when we shift our perspective, when we become unstuck, then we're going to have that beautiful positive movement forward. So the energy in this reading is really, really picking up. We're moving up now into the third eye, the center of intuition, that center of that clear vision. Here we have a card that is right side up. We have the number 4. We have that authority. Now, this is the guides that are gently there to remind us of, you know what, who's boss? And not boss in the sense of I am going to control you and I'm going to tell you everything to do, but who is the true boss? Is the mental mind, all of those thoughts, the true authority? Or is the true authority the wisdom that is within inside self, the wisdom that can connect to the higher power, the higher essence of you? So they're sitting in there with a little bit of humor to say, which one are you listening to? The old mind or the true wisdom within? I love it when they come in with that humor that has the number 4. To me, that number 4 means the angels. To you, it may mean something else. Whatever it is, embrace it. You're going to get your own energy from these cards. That is part of trusting in your intuition. You'll notice that I don't use the guidebook. Some of the card messages might resonate in the guidebook. Other ones are just messages that I'm intuitively picking up. I am connected to my higher power. I am trusting. I'm surrendering over my voice, my heart. I'm trusting in that intuition. It is what it's meant to be. We're now moving up now to the last card. This is up in the crown center. This is higher self. We have one card there and it talks about heartache and loss. This is the number 3. 3 is the Trinity. The mind, body, soul connection, being in balance with self. They are telling you that when you free the heart, when you truly come back to you, when you listen to your body, when you pay attention to your needs, when you take all of those things and you bring them into the light, not to judge them, but just to ask yourself, are they working for me? And when they're not working for you, can you let them go? Can you release them? Can you start shifting the perspective to allow new things to come in, new experiences, to free yourself, to open up, to become more vulnerable, to let people see the real you, to be authentic, to live your life on purpose, to do all of those things that bring you that joy, bring you that happiness, that will truly light you up. Again, they're wanting me to go down into the sacral center. So where we hold all those stories. Do we want to hold on to those stories up there of suppression, of defeat, of gloom? Or do we want to create a new story down in that sacral center, down where we plant those new seeds? We have that creative energy of victory and success because it's a brand new day, it's a brand new awakening. It is a resurrection and a rebirth. So let us change our perspective. Let us not sit in the doom and gloom of perhaps traditionally what that Easter weekend used to mean. A lot of us in the religious space, and again, I'm not supporting any religion. I was raised as a Catholic myself, so I'm referring to the Catholic religion. Good Friday for us was all about that crucifixion. And as a child, that was hard. It was so hard to see the pain story, the death, the infliction of all of that energy around that. And sometimes that is so hard to let go of that pain of crucifying oneself, of sitting in that sorrow. It becomes so suffocating, so restrictive that we forget to shift over to that traditional Monday, to the resurrection, the rebirth, the signs of, you know what, there is so much more than this human body. I came to show the way. I came to show that there is a whole world out there of spirits, of guides, of connections, of angels, of support. Again, whatever your religion is to you, I am just sharing my own experience, my own stories, but it's an awareness as to put your attention on the rebirth, on the ability to transfuse, transform your energy. And that's what it means to me to have the crucifixion, the dying away of the old, and the resurrection, the start of the new. We can do that at any time. It just comes with setting your own intention and trusting your intuition, purely trusting your own intuition, doing what is right for you, doing what resonates with you. I wish you all a fantastic week ahead. Take that time for you to honor yourself, to really look at all of those accomplishments, to start looking at those areas where things just aren't serving you any longer. Do that spring cleaning, make yourself a priority. Let that stuff go breathe some fresh air, go look at the beauty out in nature. Find all those things to really help fill you up and keep you strong. For those that might be interested, I have a couple of courses that are coming up this week. I have a brand new one if you're wanting to learn how to strengthen that intuition, how to connect with oracle cards to help you form that trust, that relationship to something greater than yourself. That course is starting up on April the 13th. There's also a 10-week human design, living your design workshop. That is an intense one for all of you in human design that want to learn about your energy type, and most of all, how to start implementing it so that you can start trusting in yourself to make those decisions that do align with your highest good. Both of those courses talk about energy. That is my background. I am an energy guide, and I am honored to share some of that knowledge with you guys. For more information, please visit my website, Loving Energy Recharge, and I wish you all a fantastic week ahead. Much love. Take care. Namaste.